President Bongbong Marcos's third State of the Nation address. Or SONA, here's a recap of yesterday's speech.
President Bongbong Marcos made sure his third State of the Nation address ended with a bombshell announcement, that being the immediate ban on all operations of Philippine offshore gaming operators.
Naririnig po namin ang malakas na sigaw ng taong bayan laban sa mga pogo. Disguising as legitimate entities, their operations have ventured into illicit areas furthest from gaming, such as financial scamming, money laundering, prostitution, human trafficking, kidnapping, brutal torture, even murder. The grave abuse and disrespect to our system of laws must stop. Kailangan nang itigil ang panggulo nito sa ating lipunan at paglalapastangan sa ating bansa. Effective today, all pogos are banned. I hereby instruct PAGCOR to wind down and cease the operation of pogos by the end of the year. The DOLE, in coordination with our economic managers, shall use the time between now and then to find new for our countrymen who will be displaced.
Aside from pogos, Marcos made a bold statement regarding the West Philippine Sea.
The Philippines cannot yield. The Philippines cannot waver. We are continuing to strengthen our defensive posture, both through developing self-reliance and through partnerships with like-minded states. Ang West Philippine Sea ay hindi katang-isip natin lamang. Ito ay atin. Ito ay At ito ay mananatiling atin hanggat nag-aalab ang diwa ng ating minamahal na bansang Pilipinas.
He also appeared to be slightly emotional when thanking fishermen and patrollers in WPS.
Sa buong sandatang lakas, sa Coast Guard, sa ating mga mangingisda sa West Philippine Sea, tagapin po ninyo ang taus-pusong pasasalamat ng buong bansa dahil sa inyong ginagawang pagmamatyag at sakripisyo.
Meantime, the president said there is no room for killings in his administration's campaign against illegal drugs.
Our bloodless war on dangerous drugs adheres and will continue to adhere to the established 8 E's of an effective anti-illegal drug strategy. Extermination was never one of them.
Before emphasizing the government's gains in agriculture, Marcos admitted that retail prices of rice are costly. To reduce rice prices, he said they had to reduce the tariff rate for imported rice and implement mandated price ceilings for the staple.
Tinitiyak ko sa ating mga magsasaka at sa buong sektor ng agrikultura na ang mga ito ay pawang panggipitang solusyon lamang.
Aside from that, Marcos also touched on several issues in the country. These include digital gap, frequent brownouts, El Nino, and swine fever. The president capped off his SONA with a quote from English philosopher John Stuart Mill's speech and with a challenge for Filipinos.
Let not anyone pacify his conscience by the delusion that he can do no harm if he takes no part and forms no opinion. Bad men need nothing more to compass their ends than that good men should look on and do nothing. He is not a good man. Mga minamahal kong kababayan, lagi po nating labanan ang mali at ang masama. Lagi po nating ipaglaban ang tama at ang mabuti. Lagi po nating mahalin ang Pilipinas.
Okay, so that speech lasted for 1 hour and 30 minutes. Tama ba ako, Direk? O,
1 hour 22.
22.
1 hour,
sorry.
22 minutes.
So, last
his
SONA niya is 1
longest to
hour
date.
and 11 minutes.
Longest to date niya. Longest speech
Tapos
to date.
it's mixed of Filipino and English languages.
Maganda
and,
yung pinunto ng mga analysts.
Yes,
diba?
oo.
Pag Filipino, he talks to the people. But when he reverts back to English, he's talking about yung gawa ng gobyerno.
And yung mga policies.
And he's addressing lawmakers.
Yes, exactly. Kasi I asked the pundits kahapon, yung mga political analysts natin dun sa coverage, na kasi yung sa start ng speech niya, Pangulong Bongbong Marcos, makikita mo na parang may empathy actually. Not just the start, but also parang may mga parte doon, di ba? Kasi una, of course, pinakinggan niya yung urgent concern ng mga Pilipino, which is yung inflation. Pangalawa, binati niya at naging malaki ang pasasalamat niya sa mga OFW, sa mga teachers, and he even also showed or presented doon sa Batasang Pambansa yung mga ilang graduates ng 4Ps.
Yeah.
'Di ba? So parang leaning towards siya doon sa mga kumbaga yung mga hinihingi talaga ng mga tao during a survey.
He's connecting to the people. It's the same, very similar to, I mean, I was born. Very similar to what his late father did in his early years before yung martial law na yan. He was also connecting very well sa mga tao. That's why he was beloved by a lot of people, especially nagkaroon ng northern following for him. It's because he would address the people, he would have policies that are centered towards agriculture, uplifting the poor, nutrition. So very similar ang ginagawa niya. Kaya nga, di ba, sinasabi, he's hitting on nostalgic points. He has...
Meron pa siya yung Renaissance Railway.
Yeah, Renaissance Railway, Kadiwa stores, di ba, Maharlika, yung bagong...
Pero napansin mo ba yung sa NAIA, hindi niya binabanggit masyado yung pangalan ng Ninoy Aquino International Airport?
No, the airport.
Or Intriguera lang ako.
Di ba si former Senator Bam Aquino the administration.
Wala rin banggitan.
Wala
Pero,
rin banggitan.
okay, so maganda, sabi nila, no? Punong-puno ng impormasyon. Yung iba na bore naman. Pero yung ating mga kababayan, ano ba yung nasa isip nila? Nagustuhan ba nila? Pag, kumbaga, ipapakita natin yung mga datos talaga. Diba, tama ba yung mga sinabi ni Pangulong Bongbong Marcos? O lip service lamang itong mga sinabi niya. Diba? Kasi sa ngayon, although inamin naman niya, yung pagtugon sa inflation ay band-aid solution lamang. So, kailangan daw talaga ng mas matatag na mga polisiya. Dahil hanggang ngayon, marami pa rin nagugutom.
At the end of the day, you cannot eat a word. So, tingnan natin how this translates into food.